All right, time to use the knowledge we have learned in Sheets about how to make graphs and use another spreadsheet program called Numbers and our same data and make new graphs. This is the data that we'll use, and these are the types of graphs that we're going to create. Notice they're very similar. Before we get started though, let's remember our goals. I can change the color of a graph. I can label the values in a graph. So here we go. What you need to do is click on Numbers and open that up. And when it opens, it will open looking like this. And you're going to say blank, double click on the blank, and then say File, Save. And you are going to call this Charts in Numbers, and I want you to save it in your Computer Apps folder. If your Computer Apps folder doesn't show up here as a choice, then click on this arrow right here, and then you should be able to click on your Documents, and in your Documents you should be able to find your Computer Apps folder. Mine is listed by date modified. If you click here, they'll be listed. If you click on name, they'll be listed in alphabetical order. And then you can click on your folder and say save. I'll say cancel because obviously I've already saved it. Okay, I'll pause here for a moment while you go get that started and saved. Okay, next up, I am going to go to my Google Doc that is called Heart Rate. I'll take Compact off so you can see that. Remember, you called it Heart Rate. I'm going to put my Compact back on. And here's what we have to do to get our data. You're going to click in A1, then you're going to click and hold your click in A1, go all the way down through C8, or however far your data goes, and copy it. Command C. You'll know you got it because there'll be dashed lines all the way around it. Command Tab to get to Numbers. Then you're going to click in A1 just one time, so you just click on it to choose it. If you double click, then you'll see a little cursor in there, and then this won't work. So you need to click somewhere else. So click once on A1, no cursor. Command Velcro, and now we have all our data. I'm going to make mine smaller just so you can see it all in one place. Hold on, let me find where, there we go. We'll move it there, that's much better. First thing we did before was to make a bar graph. So just like before, we click in A1, we hold our click, we drag down through C8, and this time the quick button is right here. It says Chart. Click on Chart. We're going to make a bar graph going vertical. And then it automatically sets our bar graph down at the bottom. If you look back up here, here's still our numbers. And here's our bar graph. Okay, so going back to our goal, I can change the color of a graph. Right, before to change the color, we clicked on the individual bar, and we tried to change color there. Doing that, I don't see color as a choice. Let's go back to having clicked on the whole chart. Clicking on the whole chart. Aha, chart colors. So I go here and I can choose any combination I want. Notice there's arrows to take me to other combinations. Well, that's kind of bland. You play around until you find a combo that you like. I'll live with that. Okay, what was our other goal? I can label the values in a graph. All right, so we've got, let's try clicking on an individual one. Let's see if we have some choices over here about labeling. Value labels. Same as source data. Hey, there we go. Let's go label the other one. Same as source data. And it was that easy. Now when we made our original ones, we went and made sure that they had a title and that each of the axes were labeled. So let's do that also. So where's our chart title? Let's try clicking on our chart. Let's go looking over here at our choices. How could we get a chart title? Here we go, title. It only wrote title, so I guess we're going to have to double click and put the title on it. Heart rate prior to, let's say heart rate before versus after exercise. This is our legend. Yes. In Numbers, you can pick up your legend and move it around. You can even use the arrows, the little boxes on the end to squish it. I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to move mine right here so it's kind of out of the way but still usable. You do that. Okay, now we need to label our axis. So I'm thinking we're going to have to click on the whole chart again. So here's my whole chart. We have a y-axis and an x-axis to label. So let's look around at our choices. Not seeing anything here. Let's look up here. Axis. Let's see what that has to say. Y, axis name. All right. We'll go over here, double click where it says value axis. And what was this? This was our beats per minute. Okay, now I need an x-axis label. Looking back over here again, here's my x-axis, name, and I'll go in there and I'll change that. Oops, escape, double click. Nope. Ah, there I'm in. And these were the dates that I did my exercise. So I just wrote date. So I have heart rate before and after exercise, and now I have a finished graph. I'm going to bring this graph and I'm just going to set him over here.